guys, so in this video we'll be talking about if statements. So what an if statement basically is it'll accept a value from you and check whether it is true or false. So let's see an example of that. Let's open up a Python file. So in this, as you can see, let me just bring it a bit more down for you guys. Okay, so now I'm gonna accept an input. I'm gonna put the input as name. Okay, so name equals input. I'm gonna put the input in this. Please tell me your name. Alright, so now, okay, so basically what this statement does is it will ask the user for an input, that is his name. Okay, so like let us say for example that the input we are expecting is Jake. So here's where if statement comes into play. So like let's just imagine that only if the name is Jake he will be allowed to access the particular systems. But like this is just an example for you guys to understand. So yeah, that the name has to be Jake. So what I can do here is I can do if name equals Jake colon print you have access. Okay, so what this does, I guess you guys already know what this does. So it first checks if the name is equals Jake. So the reason we put the double equal sign here is if we just put one equal to, it will mean we are assigning a variable to something which we are not. So here we are checking if name is Jake. So we put if name double equals Jake. Why did we put that inside double quotation marks? Because we are accepting the input as a string, right? And colon is a very important part of if statement. If you don't have the colon, this won't work. So once you put the colon, everything you type under the colon will be indented inside the if statement, which basically means that it will begin from almost the half of the if statement and not from the beginning. If it's something like this, it is wrong. It should be indented inside the if statement. Alright, now let's talk about else. So basically we have if, elif and else. So we'll talk about elif in another video because it's a bit long. So now let's talk about else as well. So what else we'll do is if it is not Jake, then what should happen? So I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna just press enter. Now I can't start else from here, okay, or it will mean that else is a child of if, which it is not. It's just another keyword which I'm gonna put in the beginning. Alright, else colon is necessary always. Enter and print. I can print it as you are not Jake. Alright, so what this does is it first basically checks if the input is Jake. If it is Jake, it will give you have access as the output. If the name is not Jake, it will print as you are not Jake. So let's save this and run this. And yep, let's see, there you go. Please tell me your name. I'm gonna enter Jake. There you go, it says you have access. Now we'll try putting name as something else. Let's put name as John and see what happens. It should say you are not Jake. Let's see. There you go, it says you are not Jake. So that's basically everything about if and else statements. Well, there are a bit more. So now let's say for example you want to accept an integer. Okay, you want to accept an integer from the user. So what I can do is I can put int here since I want to accept an integer. Whoops, not there. Now as you guys know, integers can like only be like 1, 2, 3. If you want the values to be something like 2.2 or like 5.7, you put float for that. So in this case I'm just going to put float just to show you guys. I'm going to do this and put one more bracket. There you go. So now I'm gonna put if name equals what. So I want to check if the name, I want to change this to number actually, because it's a bit more understandable. Okay, if number equals what do I want to print, you have access. So if number equals 5, now I won't put like double quotes here because it is an integer or a float value per se, and it is not a string. So if I put the numbers 5, it should print as you have access. Now I can put one more statement here. I can put if number is bigger than or equal to 5, I can print it as you are big. Now I can do one more statement. Instead of putting else, I will just put it as if number is less than or equal to 5, I want to print out as you are small. So if it is 5, it will print you have access. If it is more than 5, it will print that actually more than equal or less than equal should not be coming here. So what this basically means is that if it is more than or equal to 5, it will print you are big. But since we already mentioned that if it is equal to 5, you have access. So yeah, it like won't work out. Just put more than 5 for this case and less than 5. Let's save it and run it and let's see. I'm gonna put, let me adjust this. I'm gonna put 5. It says you have access. Now let's run it again. I'm gonna put a small number, less than 5. I'm gonna put 3. It says you are small, and if I put a big number, it should say that you are big. I'm gonna put 100 here. There you go, it says you are big. So that's basically it for if and else statements. I hope you guys liked it, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.